So the win streak continues to 11 days. Pretty nice little win streak we've been on. Just again, guys, this is the same thing that happened yesterday. I told you, I do not stress about losses whatsoever. Losses are a part of the game. You take your losses. As long as you manage your risk, you still set yourself up for success. That's what we did. We took our losses in the morning, but we managed our risk correctly so that we still had room to take another trade. And we waited. I waited for an A+ setup, took the A+ setup, and now we are in the green again. So that's what it's all about. So let me just explain this trade right here. So originally, this was my thought process originally. If you guys saw my first notification earlier, I was talking about shorts. So my reasoning for that was because we traded into this 5-minute unicorn model, right? We had this, it's kind of hard to see, but we had a high, a low, a higher high, displacement of the lows here, fair value gap. And we had the equilibrium of this range right here. We traded up into the premium of this range, right? So this is from this high to this low. This is our dealing range. We traded back into a premium. We traded into a unicorn. So I was starting to look for shorts. But what I noticed is that we had so much bullish momentum and that we started to inverse all of these levels. We started to inverse this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. Right when we did that with that much momentum, I started to see us really pumping, and then I started to look at the 1-minute time frame. So here's what I did. I looked at the 1-minute time frame. We inversed this 1-minute fair value gap here. Okay, we got some pullback. We got some chop. We kind of messed around a little bit. And right as we started to inverse this 1-minute fair value gap, that's when I started looking for my entry. We traded back into it. I got my entry in the longs. It was obviously still a little bit risky because we had VWAP right here. But I knew those longs were stepping in because we were inversing all of these bearish levels. We had so much bullish momentum. And today is a seek and destroy day. So that being said, seek and destroy just means we're going to range back and forth. All we've done today is range back and forth, right? We've taken out sell side, we've taken out buy side, we've taken out sell side. Now we're taking out more buy side. So today is just a back and forth day prepping for CPI tomorrow, right? We're prepping for a huge data release tomorrow. This is where the market makers or the algorithm or whoever is trying to grab a ton of liquidity, is trying to basically screw over all of our retail investors. We are technically retail investors, right? They're basically trying to grab a lot of liquidity because we're not having a real breakout day. Everybody is holding their positions, or they're either waiting to get in their big positions until CPI data release tomorrow, right? So on days like today, either we're going to see a bunch of chop or we're going to range like this. And we've seen both, right? We've seen a bunch of chop. We've seen a lot of range. But finally, we saw some better price action. I was expecting a breakout right here. And I waited for us to inverse this 1 minute, waited for us to tap back into it. Right as we started to get a bounce off that, that's when I got in. And my confirmation, all the confirmation I needed was closing above this high. Right when we closed above that high, I knew that we were going to start pumping, right? So we just started to expand. We had an easy target at this swing high up here, and we had an easy second target because we have relatively equal highs right here, right? So I just decided to sell everything because I had already hit 170 ticks. Profit, well into the profit. I was good with my profit on the day. I was very happy to secure the win after being down this morning. So I was good with it. I just decided to sell. And ever since we've hit that high, you can kind of see we've chopped a lot. But I want to break down this price action for you a little bit. All this ugliness, we need to talk about this real quick, okay? What do I see in all of this? Because I see a few different things in here. The first thing I see, well, I'm just going to kind of get rid of these and we're going to talk about this price action. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. First thing I see, 15-minute fair value gap created after inversing this huge 15-minute bearish fair value gap. So now we have an inverse. Notice how we barely tap into that fair value gap right there. Boom. We get a strong bounce off of that level. So now let's go back to the 1 minute. We get a strong bounce. Now what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for us to inverse a 1-minute bearish fair value gap right here. So this is the first inverse I'm waiting for. Boom. We inverse that one. You wait for price to tap into it. You go long. Or you could wait for us to inverse this next one right here. And you could have gotten this inverse fair value gap entry as well. All right. So you could have taken... We inverse, you could have gotten that entry, and what I like to do is keep my stop loss. Let's say I got my entry right here. I like to keep my stop loss pretty, like you could have kept your stop all the way down here and had a 60 tick stop and been chilling in this trade. You could have even kept it, at 30, 35 ticks and still been okay in this trade, right? So this trade, the risk management is there. Or you could have gotten the entry off of this inverse, and notice how we formed a 1 minute bullish fair value gap overlapping with that inverse fair value gap right here. Look at that 1 minute. Boom. We trade into it. We respect the 1 minute. We bounce from it. So you could have gotten that entry as well. You could have kept your stop loss all the way beneath these lows and still had a 60 tick stop and been okay, right? But you also want to look at risk management. How many ticks are you targeting? Well, if this is the target, you don't want to keep a 60 tick stop. You could probably keep a 30 tick stop and keep a 1 to 3 risk to reward on this one. You could have kept a 45 tick stop and kept a 1 to 2 risk to reward on this one, right? So there's pretty good risk management setups here targeting these equal highs, right? So that's what you have to be looking at. Even through all this choppy price action, you can still see these levels are playing out right now. Unlike this morning. This morning, our levels were not playing out. We were disrespecting a lot of our fair value gaps. I did not trust the price action. You guys saw me. I got stopped out a few times, like twice. Even when I had a good entry on the longs earlier this morning, I got stopped out before the pump happened. It happens. Oh well, we move on. But you can see now price is actually respecting our levels. This is what you need to see. Even through the chop, we are respecting our bullish order flow here, right? So we just took out those equal highs. Boom, that's TP right there. That's why I said, after I got out of this trade, I said, guys, target the equal highs in the longs. I'm telling you, right? That's what I said. Right? I said, target those equal highs. Wait for the pullback. Wait for us to tap into the 15. Wait for us to inverse a 1 minute fair value gap, a bearish one. Jump into the longs. And look, if you did that, it just played out perfectly. Oh yeah, we're going to be looking for a trade still. Don't you worry. We're still going to be looking for a trade. I just wanted to cover exactly what I saw in the market so that you guys have a good understanding of why I took the trade I took and this price action right here and how you could have still taken another long here and still made a good trade. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. If you guys have more questions about that, let me know. I'll answer any questions you guys got to the best of my abilities. But now we have still some more highs up here. We still got some more highs up at these swing highs, right? Liquidity levels, swing high, both buy side, high a day up here. All the way up here is high a day at 9:33 a.m. Right, so we still have buy side that can be taken, but this is when now we've taken out equal highs. We got to look back at our higher time frames, right? So let's look at our hourly time frame here. Okay, hourly time frame. Look how bullish this hourly candle looks. This one looks like we're going to get some continuation. We already inversed the bearish 1 hour fair value gap. Let's look at the 4 hour. We've inversed the 4 hour bearish fair value gap. Look at that pull. Look at that manipulation leg that we came all the way down, and now we're pumping again. All right, let's look at the daily time frame. We are still in this daily bearish fair value gap. That's why I don't expect us to pump too far today. I would expect if we're going to pump more, if we're going to go target those highs up here, high a day, I would expect us to reverse right after taking out those equal highs. Or even after taking out, or not equal highs, but after taking out these highs. I would expect even a possible reversal, even after taking out these, because we are in seek and destroy. Remember that word. Remember that term. I have a video about it if you're still confused. So underneath, I'm going to type it right here, Joe's Lessons. There's a video under there all about seek and destroy profile. That's what we are in today. Typically, when do you see the seek and destroy? You see it on No News Mondays. You see it on days before big news releases. You see it on post-holiday or pre-holiday trading days. That's when you see seek and destroy where price just ranges, because what are these big institutions doing? They're usually holding their money. They're usually not putting big orders into the market on days like that. Or if they are, they're just manipulating the market as much as they can, or the algorithm, whatever you want to call it, to steal all the retail investors' money. So we trade like the institutions. We don't trade like retail traders. We trade along with the institutions so that we make money with them. We don't want them to take our money. We want to take money with them, right? We want to make money with them. That's why we are so patient in this market, and that's why we trade like institutions, and that's how we find success. And that's how we've been on an 11-day winning streak. It's not luck. It's definitely not luck to win 11 trading days in a row, right? At least in my opinion, I don't think it's luck. I think it's because we have stayed extremely patient. We have a very good strategy, and we have a great risk management plan. If you can combine all of those things together, and it just depends on the time frame for you, but you will start to find some success in this market. It might take months, it might take a while. I'm not promising you any specific time frame that you're going to be successful or find any consistency, but if you can stick with those three things, remember, a good psychology, which is allowing yourself to be patient, not allowing your emotions to take over. The second thing is a fantastic risk management plan that you're always sticking to. Whether you need to change that throughout your trading career or not, you'll probably be adjusting it throughout your trading career. And the third thing is a great strategy. So we have those 3 things here, and that's what I'm trying to teach you guys every single day. Just keep focusing on those 3 things, and I'm telling you, if you stick with it and you actually focus on those things, you will start to see a lot more consistency in your trading. All right, so let's get back to the charts. Yes, so I just walked through all the trades, and I don't want to be redundant, but if you want to check out the video, I'm recording everything. So if you want to check out the video after this, I'll have it posted up for you so you can check it out, of course. All right, guys, so we took out those equal highs. You can see we're kind of chopping a little bit again. Kind of chopping a little bit after taking out equal highs. So now what's the next thing we want to look at? Well, we're getting to the end of the hour. So we want to see how this hourly closes, and we want to see, is the 15 or the 5 minute going to come up and displace these equal highs? Or are we going to start to reverse here after taking this liquidity up here? Are we going to start to reverse and start to inverse some bullish levels? If we start to inverse a lot of bullish levels, that's when we're looking to short this market again. That's when we would start to short this market. Yeah, NQ this morning was rough, right? Our other indices like YM and ES were looking amazing. I just don't like to trade those indices myself because that's not what I trade. I trade NQ, right? But you could see NQ was a little messed up. So honestly, looking back at this morning, it probably would have been better to just not take any trades this morning, right? I tried 2 aggressive entries. They didn't work out. In hindsight, it's always 20/20. You guys hear me say that all the time. But looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, it probably would have been better not to take any trades this morning myself, just because our price action was not respecting our levels like I needed it to or like I wanted to see it. But we were still able to manage our risk the right way so that now we could take that trade we just took, right? So that's what it's all about. Oh, yeah, no, I agree. I definitely thought we were going for London low myself. I thought we were coming for this low too. 100%. Definitely thought we were coming for that low, and then price just aggressively reversed, right? Aggressively reversed and, confirmed our seek and destroy profile. Hey, that's all right. As long as if it was your mess around account, you're just trying, that's fine. Move on to the next. Best ICT videos to watch in order. Yeah, so the ICT videos I recommend are his 2022 mentorship. That course alone is going to teach you so much about this market and about ICT concepts. So watch the 2022 mentorship, and then watch after. I would either start with mine and then go to that one, or start with that one and then go to mine. And then I would start looking into core content as well. Core content offers a lot of good stuff. But what I always recommend is don't overdo it. ICT has like hundreds of videos, and if you overdo it, you're going to be so confused about your trading because you're going to have so many different ideas and entry models and all that stuff. So what I did when I first got into it is I learned all that stuff. I learned all the different entry models, everything, and I was still a little bit confused. So what I had to do was actually just simplify it. I simplified it into the entry models and strategies that I found to be the most successful in my trading. And that's all I use. I don't look at all this, the 100 different entry models that he uses. Because that's why most people aren't successful with ICT concepts, is because they get so caught up in all these different ideas instead of just focusing on a few of them. All you need to focus on is market liquidity, market structure, and a few good entry models. And I'm telling you, you will start seeing a lot more consistency. All right, so we're now at the end of the hour. Let's see if we closed above. We did not close above on the 15 or the 5 minute, but we are starting to pump again, so we might actually see some more long step in here. Yeah, again, it's just all about simplifying here. It's all about simplifying your strategy. Trading is not an easy thing. Trading is a hard thing. So why make it more complicated on yourself? Why not simplify it as best you can? That's what I have found to be successful for myself. And anybody who tells you trading's easy is completely wrong. But it can be simple once you have a good grasp on how the market moves. It's not easy, but it can be simple, if that makes sense to you guys. No, we're not in any trade right now. Not in any trade. I'm still waiting. Obviously, these longs are still pumping. So what we want to wait for now that we're in silver bullet hour is for a fair value gap entry, right? Like on this 1 minute time frame. Let's wait and see if this 1 minute will pull back into a fair value gap for us to take up to high a day. All right. Obviously, the risk is actually not too bad. We could keep a stop below at like 50 ticks, even at the top of this, and target our high of day, which is about 89 ticks. So we'd want to keep a smaller stop to keep a 1 to 2 risk to reward. Again, guys, don't chase. Never chase your trades. Just wait for pullback, wait for your setup to happen. And if it runs away from you, you have to be okay with that. You just got to move on. Obviously, price is running away from us right now. There's no entry models to take right here, so I'm not taking a trade. I mean, look at that pump. It didn't pull back into a fair value gap for us. It didn't give us a good entry level. There was no entry model there that I would want to take. So I just stay out of the market. I don't take a trade. I don't care that I missed out on the long. Oh well. If you get FOMO about missing out on that trade, what are you going to do the next trade? You're going to start taking a dumb trade. You're going to chase price. You're going to take trades that aren't really there. Just don't get FOMO. Just allow the trade to happen and wait for the next one. How do you deal with losses and waiting patiently for the next trade? This one's huge. This took me a while. This took me a long time to have to learn. But the way I deal with losses is I just literally don't care anymore. I don't care because why should I? I know that my plan is very solid. I know my risk management. I know every single day what I am risking. If I'm willing to come into this market and take trades and risk the amount that I'm risking, how can I be upset when I lose? Because the losses are all a part of the game. I already know my risk. Every single morning when I wake up and I hop on my computer and I call out trades or I take trades, I know every single day what my risk is going to be, how much I'm willing to risk. So when I take losses and I hit my loss limit, I can just move on and realize, okay, that was my risk today. I took losses. The market got the best of me. Oh, well, I'll move on to tomorrow. That's the way I look at it. If you care too much about your losses, what are you going to start doing? You're going to start trying to make your losses back, and that's when you start going on tilt. When you start trying to make your losses back, you start going on a tilt. That's when it gets worse and worse and worse and worse, and you start taking worse trades, because you're so focused on making the money back instead of just taking good setups. And then what happens is if you don't have a loss limit and you're not okay with taking losses, you're going to hit your loss limit, or you're going to be down $1,000, and then you're going to keep trading because you feel like you need to make your money back. Why don't you just save that for tomorrow? Why don't you just save your trades for the next day? Trust, I know you have to go through it the hard way. Everybody does. I had to go through it the hard way. We all have to go through it the hard way. You know, I can say as much as I can say, and I can help you as much as I can help you, but at the end of the day, you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to have to learn how to improve from them, how to get better. There's only so much I can do, only so much I can say. At the end of the day, you have to make that conscious decision to change your habits, to change your trading plan, to create a real trading plan. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about right there. All right, let's see if we're going to pull back into this 1 minute here. Do we have more buy side liquidity to be taken on the external? Well, let's see. We have external highs up here. There is more buy side to be taken. We are in seek and destroy though. Remember that. So we could easily reverse right now. And we don't really have much internal liquidity. This is really our only liquidity level all the way up here. At what's that level? Like 18,972? So we've got a long way to go. After sweeping buy side high of the day, what did we do this morning when we swept low of the day? We reversed right back to high of day. So I'm expecting us to possibly come right back down again. So I'm not going to rush into any entries right now because we still don't have buy side liquidity for, let's see, how many ticks away? 600 ticks away, right? So we're pretty far from any buy side. So that's why we just got to be patient. On a normal, typical day, let's say we had an expansion day. Let's say we had an expansion day to the longs. Yeah, I would want to take these longs right now. I'd probably already be in this trade. I would probably already be in the longs right now. But today is not a normal trading day. Today is a seek and destroy profile day. So I am not jumping into these longs right now because we've taken out all of our buy side liquidity. We've taken out high of day, right? So that's why I'm sitting on the sideline. Once I'm proven that we have more structure, that we truly are going to expand up to our external high, that's when I would actually target some longs, because I don't care. Let's say we do start pumping, we miss out on 200 ticks. Well, that means there's still 400 more ticks that we can catch. Even if we miss 400 ticks, there's still 200 more ticks we can catch. So I don't care if I miss out on this initial pump. I'm waiting for confirmation that longs are really the play, that we're actually going to have expansion. Because if we're reading the trend today, if we're actually paying attention to today, we have not had any expansion today. It's all been back and forth, liquidity grabs. Right? So I'm not convinced in the longs yet. Not convinced. So let's just stay patient here. Stay patient. Let's listen to some jams. Let's hang out. Let's talk trading. Let's talk about life. We'll wait for our setup. What's up, Jack? Yeah, man, we took 2 trades this morning, 2 losses with half a lot, and then I just called out one during, I don't know, about an hour ago, about 30 minutes ago or so. I don't remember when. And we were able to catch a big move, 170 ticks, another winning day for us. So it's been good. No trades during this session yet, though. Tio Yo-Yo. That's me. Yo soy Tio Yo-Yo. I wasn't looking at the charts when that happened, Doc. I wasn't on the charts when that happened. I was eating breakfast. I was actually talking with Braden. We're talking about some business stuff. So, no, I wasn't even paying attention down here. When I came back to the charts was when we were starting to pump somewhere around here, right? When we made it into that 5-minute unicorn. That's when I was starting to look. Yeah, 100% something to watch. That's a good eye right there, right? What is Doc Holiday talking about, guys? We have London low down here on NQ and ES. Look at that's London low. Notice how we completely inverse London low, or inverse, sorry. We swept London low on ES. NQ didn't even get close to sweeping it. I mean, we got close, but we did not sweep it. That's a huge bullish SMT right here. Huge bullish SMT. That means we're expecting a reversal. That's when you start expecting a reversal, right? So that's a very key level. I'm glad you brought that up. That is something that you should be paying attention to. Yeah, I mean, if you caught that, let's say you looked at that, you saw the SMT, you noticed that we took out London low. What could you look for? Right? You could start looking at these fair value gaps. I went back and I was charting out these fair value gaps, right? I was looking at these levels. And look, yeah, we had an inverse 1-minute fair value gap. We're starting to break structure. Price was really being bullish. You could have looked to take an inverse trade up here, right? There's a lot of different trades you could have taken on those longs. So definitely a good level to pay attention to. All right, so we still look very bullish. We're still holding bullish structure right now. But I'm still not convinced in taking a long yet. We have SMT actually at the highs. Notice how this is high of day. High of day on NQ. We could just say HOD. HOD. We haven't even taken out equal highs yet on ES. So we have huge SMT at the highs now, right? Seek and destroy. Big SMT. So we could expect a possible reversal here as well. So just a confirmation for SMT here, if I was really going to take the shorts, I would need to see us come down and inverse these 1-minute fair value gaps right here. Right? Or come down and inverse this 5-minute fair value gap. That would give me confirmation that you know, I'm looking to take exactly. That's exactly my strategy, right? You wait for a market structure shift, or you wait for us to inverse fair value gaps. Gives you the confirmation that the shorts are going to step in. You take them. On setups like right now, is it 2 separate fair value gaps or 1 big one? What makes you choose which one? I mean, technically it is like 1 big one if you think about it. It is kind of just 1 big fair value gap. So what you can do to kind of determine that, you can use your Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, where's the 0.5 level? Well, if we're going to retrace back to a discount of this dealing range, well, you might want to take the entry, wait for us to come down into this one. But it is silver bullet hour, and during silver bullet hour, we expect bounces off of our very first fair value gap that forms. typically I don't really wait for us to trade back into a discount during silver bullet hour because price is usually more aggressive during this hour. It's usually more aggressive. It usually bounces off of those first fair value gaps that are formed. So on a normal trading hour that's not silver bullet, I'd usually probably wait for us to trade back into a discount and take the lower entry down here. Right? But during silver bullet, I'm kind of looking to target that first one. I don't really care about us coming down to a discount because, especially when we're in a strong bullish trend, price isn't really waiting for us. Price isn't coming back for us. So sometimes you have to be a little more aggressive and jump in off that first fair value gap. Does that make sense? Yeah, of course. So silver bullet hour, first silver bullet hour is from, 10 to 11 Eastern AM, 10 to 11 AM Eastern, right? So 7 to 8 Pacific. Second silver bullet hour is 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern, so 10 to 11 Pacific. Those are our two silver bullet hours. And I literally could not explain to you why. I have no clue why those hours are so good, but ever since I found out about silver bullet hour, I trade it consistently. And for some reason, those 2 hours, they play out so good. So good. And I'm going to be honest, I couldn't explain it to you. I don't know why. Whether it's an algorithm or who knows. But it happens consistently, and that's why I keep using it. That's why I keep looking at those specific hours. That's why we trade during these hours. So, I love it. All right, so we are getting a strong bounce off that 1 minute. We still have big SMT at the highs. So look at up here, right? This is the SMT I'm talking about. NQ has swept this high up here. NQ has swept high of day. And then if we look over here on ES, ES has not swept high of day, or HOD. So we have SMT. And again, I'll explain it one more time. SMT usually indicates reversal. Not always, but that's typically when we look for a reversal. But that doesn't mean I'm just going to jump into the shorts just because I see SMT. I need to see more confirmation like what I was just talking about. I need to see us come down and inverse this 5-minute bullish fair value gap, showing us that bearish order flow is taking over. We're starting to disrespect bullish order flow. That's when I get that confirmation. So we can't just guess the top because we see one confluence, right? Just because we see SMT, we shouldn't just guess the top and jump into the shorts. We still need to see more confirmation. We need to see price starting to actually turn bearish. That's why we read our order flow on the charts. That's why we look at what levels are we respecting, what levels are we disrespecting. No problem. No problem. So again, I'll probably make a video. I don't think I have a video that really dives deep into inverse fair value gaps yet. So I probably will make a video. I've got so many videos I need to make for you guys. And right now I am putting a lot of my time into our mentorship that starts next week. So I'm going to write that in my notes, an inverse fair value gap video, so that you guys can, have a video to go back to. But remember, I post all of these sessions on YouTube and I throw them into our recorded sessions tab or live recordings. So when I talk about these things, if you want to look back at them, they're all up there for you. So you can come back and take notes more if you want, or keep rewatching if you want to get a better understanding of a concept. So right now I'm still staying out of this market. There's no trade I want to take yet. I'm going to stay patient. Gonna stay patient right now. These longs are stepping in though. The longs look like they want to continue. Yeah, I'm gonna post this session right after this. I'll post this session. Okay, so longs are respecting bullish order flow right now, right? We're respecting bullish order flow. We're bouncing off bullish fair value gaps. We're continuing to pump. If you join a bit later, will you have all? Yeah. Every single mentorship video will be recorded. It will be recorded and uploaded for my mentorship students. For sure. For sure, guys. So, again, I still don't trust the longs yet. I still don't completely trust them because of that big SMT we see up here. because of seek and destroy. So I still kind of just want to sit on the sideline. All right, if you're trying to be more aggressive and you really like the longs, you can jump into that entry off that fair value gap, right? You could have taken that, but that's definitely a more aggressive entry. And you might not think it's aggressive because we are in a bullish trend, but there's a lot of other factors that I've been talking about that show us why it's still kind of an aggressive entry. All right, the main one being that SMT divergence. So let's just kind of chill out. Let's hang out. We'll wait and see if we get a good trade setup. We do have a 1 minute bullish fair value gap right here. Let's see if we start respecting that one, or if we're going to run right through it. Guys, I've been listening. I had to listen to this song, obviously. If you guys don't know, when we win, this is our new theme song whenever we win trades. So you already know I had this thing blasting after that trade I took. Oops, did I just stop the stream? My bad. I meant to do this. Professor Joe is back. Blank page before you. So let's just wait for our setup. Look how we inverse that 1 minute bullish fair value gap here. Now what do we really have to wait for? If we're going to see a reversal, we would have to see the shorts really start coming down and inversing this level. No one else. So we're back into the inverse right now. Let's see if we're going to bounce off it, if we're going to hold bullish trend. So just kind of scrolling through other time frames here just to see what our structure looks like. All right, I've got this big fair value gap here on the 5 minute. So right here's a 5 minute busy. Who watched football on Sunday? Anybody sit on their couch all day and watch football? I did. I was a couch potato on Sunday. I literally just watched football all day and then called out that trade Sunday night. Right? Didn't I call it a winning trade on Sunday night? I don't remember. So, choppy price action right now. Just another reason to kind of sit on the sideline here. You don't understand our football? That makes sense. I feel like football would be so confusing to anybody that has not seen it before. Yeah, that's right. It was that trade that took forever. You're right. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. I remember us because we came into yesterday with a good buffer. Yeah, your team's really bad, Kia Trades. I'm sorry. Panthers are very bad. Cricket does confuse me. I'm not going to lie. Cricket really confuses me. Lean on your skin. Russell Wilson, he didn't even play. I'm interested to see how he plays this if he comes back this next week. I'm guessing you might be a Seahawks fan or a Broncos fan. Probably a Broncos fan. Oh, he's not playing against Denver. Dang. Denver, yeah. It makes sense why you wouldn't like Russell Wilson. Trading in M&Q is temporarily disabled on TopStep X. That's weird. That's the one thing, guys. Another thing about TopStep that I've been seeing a lot is they've been having a lot of technical issues with their software. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with that, but it seems like they're having a lot of technical issues. All right, guys, I'm throwing our trading playlist on shuffle right now. Thank you, AZ Sunshine, if you're here. I don't know if you're here, but thank you for making that. AZ Sunshine threw us together a playlist of all the songs you guys recommend and that we've listened to. So I'm just throwing it on shuffle. This price action right now is no bueno, guys. It's very choppy. We don't want to trade this. Oh, I've been having some neck and back issues from this traveling. No lifting for me today, just stretching. So let's just wait and see if we get this reversal here, guys. Back in that 1 minute bullish for value gap here. Big SMT. Okay, so now we have to look, if we're getting a reversal, where are we targeting? Well, I'd probably target this low right here as a TP level. And honestly, I don't know if we're going to make it all the way back down to lows. I would assume we would probably end up closing bullish on the day, even if we do get a little reversal here. Yeah, it is like a turtle soup, right? So we just we got SMT at the highs. We swept internal liquidity at the highs. Now we're starting to reverse, right? We're getting a change in delivery here. We're actually going to break structure here. So now this is when we actually start looking for shorts. If we can inverse this 5 minute busy especially, that's when I would have all the confirmation I need to jump in the shorts. So we still haven't inversed the 1 minute busy yet, but we did just break structure. We do have a bearish breaker technically now. High, low, higher, high, displacement of the lows. We're in the breaker now. I just don't like shorting while we're just bouncing off of a 5 minute busy. I need to see us start to inverse that busy before I jump into a short. The aggressive entry here is off of this breaker that we just traded into, and it would be this one right here, lowest down close candle. This is the aggressive entry in the shorts. I'm not taking the aggressive entry right now. Today is not an aggressive entry kind of day, and I found that out the hard way this morning, right? This is not an aggressive entry kind of day. This is a conservative entry type of day. And this is why, because look at this manipulation, look at this pump. We really bounced off that 5 minute busy there. Follow your dreams. A theater to watch my movies. Yeah, we did. We came all the way to the bottom. So again, it's just range, it's just chop. I'm still gonna wait. Even if I want to long this, I will still wait to take the trade. Concussion, Russian, red. Yes, this would be a bearish breaker, right? So this level right here is the lowest down close candle. But the second we close above that, this level right here, it is now inversed. We still haven't closed above it yet, but the shorts are not really playing out, right, after getting a break of structure. And that's why we wait for our fair value gaps to get inversed before we jump into a short entry. Because imagine if we would have taken the aggressive entry here, we probably would have gotten stopped out already. Look at that bounce off the 5 minute. So just pretty ugly price action right now. Yeah, big ugly, exactly. So let's just keep being patient, guys. Keep being patient here. Get this vaporizer. Daily can be setting up for a rip. Let's check it out. Yeah, I mean, if we inverse this daily Sibi right here, we're going all the way up to that next one up here. If our daily candle closes above this fair value gap, guys, then yes, I would expect us to pump all the way up here. To this daily order block, daily SIBI. Oh. We're still respecting the breaker right now. For real. See, but you gotta be like a Jedi Master. This might be really nerdy, but it's the truth. The patience that the Jedi has. You gotta have patience like that. You cannot turn to the dark side. You can't let the voices win. For real. Somehow Star Wars always gets brought up, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I will talk about Star Wars all day. Oh, yes. This one just came on cue. I didn't even cue it up. Oh, you're so right. Actually, rest in peace. You're so right. I was pretty sad to see that. Yeah, rest in peace to James Earl Jones, man. He's an icon. He was an icon. I always think of Field of Dreams. That was a big one. I really loved him in Field of Dreams. Obviously, Star Wars. He played some really big characters. Coming to America. I don't think I've seen that. Is it that good? Alright, I'll add it to my movie list. Me and John have this very extensive movie and TV show list. And we rate all the movies and stuff that we watch. We've been doing it for like 2 years now. It's called Coming to America. Alright, I just put it in there. I'm gonna watch it. No, Deep, I don't think so. Unless you've told me before what the background of this one is. I don't think so. Alright, well, I guess everybody's seen it. I'm gonna have to watch it, and I'll come back to you guys with my review. Dude, Your Honor is a great show. I love that show. I just watched that like a month or two ago. Bryan Cranston is just such a good actor. So we just inversed that 1 minute bearish breaker. Price action still is a little bit whack. I still don't like this right now. You're the first person that I've actually heard bring up Your Honor. I tell everybody about that show. Anything Bryan Cranston is in, you know it's going to be great. King of Queens. I actually met the writers of King of Queens. I met them at a party one time. I actually never watched King of Queens, but I met the writers of it. I don't even remember why. Oh, I do remember why they're there. I think it's King of Queens. Is that the one with Kevin James? Ooh, some Pitbull. Yeah, I know. I remember why. It's because they're at... if you guys know who Dan Henderson is, the UFC fighter, used to hang out around Dan's house a lot, and he had a party, and the writers of that show were there because I guess that he became friends with them when he went on the show one time or something. Your Honor is on Netflix, I think. I mean, Breaking Bad is just the best, man. Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. Those are just two of my... I could rewatch those shows any day. Oh yeah, that's cool. We used to, yeah. I'm friends with Dan's son, with Dan Henderson's son, and I don't know if he's actually in the Discord or not. I might need to add him onto the Discord. But yeah, we used to go over to his gym a lot when he would have his fight nights and stuff. Pretty fun stuff. So these longs are pumping off the busy right here. Looks like these longs are gonna keep stepping in, guys. Dude, Better Call Saul, great show. Oh, really? We're gonna have to get him on the Discord again. Dude, Game of Thrones. Oh, yeah, I actually did just get Braden on to Game of Thrones. I've watched that show 3 times already. Because every time someone says they want to watch it, I just rewatch it with them. Alright, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, give me your favorite character. Who's your favorite character of the show? Tyrion's great. I love Tyrion. My favorite character personally is Arya. Arya is my favorite character. But I love Tyrion as well. Bronn's pretty sick. Bro, just Arya's storyline has got to be like the most badass storyline of the show. Exactly. Nobody. Littlefinger and Tyrion, yep. Littlefinger's a pretty good character. Oh, he just pisses me off so much. Alright guys, so I mean again, if you want to ride these longs, every fair value gap entry, you can look at that 1 minute as the entry. I just still do not like this price action whatsoever right now. Ramsay Bolton is a crazy villain. I know, yeah, I mean, we don't have to talk about the ending. We can just leave the whole ending of that show out. We all know the ending was terrible. Exactly, like Ramsay and, what's his face? Why can't I think of his name? The kid that is just evil. Joffrey, that's right. King Joffrey. I feel bad for that guy. He played his character so well that he got so much hate in real life. No, I've never seen Power before. Money Heist, I haven't seen that either. The show I'm watching right now, I'm rewatching it. I'm watching Lost. I watched Lost a long time ago when I was younger, but I just started rewatching it. Okay, Power, I'll add that to the list. Adding that to the list right now. No way you're rewatching Lost right now, Shosky? No way. That's actually wild. That's crazy. I'm on season 2 right now, I think. No, the graphics suck. The graphics are awful. But I still love the show. Ooh, I actually started Billions, but I haven't kept watching that. I need to watch that again. I also started Suits and haven't kept watching it. This is my issue. I'll watch a show, I'll watch the first episodes, and then I turn something else on and I forget about it. The only time I actually have time to watch shows right now is like at nighttime before bed, and I don't like staying up too late. So I don't get to watch like too much. I'm putting all my time into the Discord, as it should be. Yeah, I've watched like the first 5 episodes of Suits, I think. I would say the longs are looking good, but again, this price action is just so bad right now that I don't even want to put risk into the market right now. I mean, you guys can see we're moving slow. Even when we pump, we don't really move much. We're manipulating back and forth. We have SMT. Well, that's my issue too, Mike. I do the same thing. But that's what causes me to stay up late. Like, sometimes I'll watch, like, this was like 2 weeks ago or something. I was watching Lost. And I kept watching and realized it was 2 a.m. And I wake up at 6 a.m. every day on Mountain Standard Time. Like 6, I try to wake up around 6 to 6:30 every day to get prepared for our day. I was like, I gotta get to bed. But we still had a winning day after that, so it was good. I also have only watched the first episode of the new Lord of the Rings show, so don't ask me. Industry, I have not seen that either. So notice how we just came down, we inversed to 1 minute. Bullish fair value gap. And yet we're still pumping back up. This is what I mean by this price action. It's just not good. 50 Shades of Grey. I have not seen that actually. Dude, Barry, yes, I love that show. Bill Hader, that's a good show. Yeah, I do watch a lot of movies and TV, guys. I don't know how I have time for it. No, I don't have it connected to. I don't have it connected to an LLC because I run my business out of the LLC, so I don't really mix my. I don't really like to mix it. But I will probably open up a separate LLC for my trading. I just haven't done it yet. I know it's a smart thing to do. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is good. Yeah, the Trader Joe show. Trader Joe show is where it's all at. Yeah, exactly, Angel. Yeah, but I'm probably gonna wait till next year. I'll probably open up an LLC for my trading in January. I just never got to it. Trailer Park Boys is a great one. That's such a funny show. That's just up to you. That's up to you if you want to open it up for your trading. I would talk to like a tax professional or do some research. I'm not going to recommend to do it or not. It could be there's some benefits to doing it for sure. But you also have to be very smart about it. There's certain things that you can write off in your taxes and all that kind of stuff that you could end up saving some money. But again, talk to your tax professional. Don't ask me. This is not professional financial advice. Remember that. That's what I'm talking about, Champagne Poppy. That's what it's all about, man. Even when you lose, as long as you know you're sticking to your plan, you should be happy. Yeah, go for it, Amin. Give me your song suggestion. I can't say the word suggestion for some reason. Yeah, right. Oh. Oh, Drake, huh? I'm sorry, man. I'm more of a Kendrick guy myself. I like old Drake. Old Drake music is good. I just don't like his new music. Stromae Pop. Okay, I'll cue that right now. Yes. Yes, you can write off a certain percentage of your office space. As long as you're not... You can't write it off if you live in the room that you work from. You can only write it off if it's a separate room, technically. And there's only a certain percentage of square footage that you can write off per year. So the math is all done by square footage and your rent that you pay for it. I love J. Cole as well. J. Cole's great. Yeah, I just saw that Kendrick is halftime performer for the Super Bowl. That's pretty cool. Can I write off my Chinese takeout? I would assume no. Which Skyfall are you talking about, Champagne Poppy? I'm looking it up right now, but by who? So technically, the only time you can write off your meals and entertainment is if you're actually using that for business purposes. Yeah, make sure, if you're going to be doing all that, please talk to a tax professional. Talk to a CPA. Don't take my advice. Literally, go talk to a CPA. All right, I got you, Champagne Poppy. Bad Idea by Pepper. Yeah, when I actually have business meetings and stuff, where I'm paying for the meal with the business card, that's when I write off. That's when I can write off those meals because it's actual business, a business meeting. Alright, we gotta stop this. Let's move on to something different. Alright, I got your guys' songs queued up as well. Alright, so another 1 minute bullets per value gap, but do you guys see how terrible this price action is right now? Do you understand why I'm not taking any trades? This price action is not good. There's no reason to risk any capital right now in these conditions. What's up, AZ Sunshine? You haven't missed anything. There's no trades. We have not taken any trades during this session. Because our price action has looked like this the entire session. Is this French? Hey, last semester. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Wait, what class are you in? What grade are you in? I'm guessing senior in college. If this is your last semester, I would assume you're a senior in college. It's a mix of the fact that we have CPI tomorrow and that we do have the presidential debate tonight. I think it's a mix of both of those things. Hey, computer science degree, dude. That's sick. That's huge. Good stuff, man. Congrats. We'll see if I'm going to trade tonight. I'm definitely going to check out the charts. It just depends on how it's looking with the... It depends on how it's looking with the debate. I'll definitely be watching the debate tonight, though. Yeah, I went and did the college thing. I got my college degree. I was never a big fan of school, to be honest. I just like the social aspect of it. But it was pretty cool to study something you're actually interested in. To be able to study business in college was actually pretty fun. Even having to get through the classes that sucked. It was pretty cool because I was actually passionate about learning about it. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Champagne Poppy. Graduating with some money, with some funded accounts, going out into the real world. That's the way to start it right there. All right, Jay, you get some sleep, man. Get some sleep. We'll catch you on tomorrow. All right, so we respected the 1 minute busy again, but like I said, price action is choppy. We don't have any real breakouts. Nothing really going on, so I'm not going to take any entries. So if you make 10K a month, you can quit the job. That's fair. Honestly, the way I look at it, guys, is the way to quit your job. If you truly do want to quit your job from trading, do not do it premature. You need to make sure you have months and months and months of savings already saved up that you know you are consistent enough to continue to make money every single month, that you can pay for your bills and, for whatever you need to pay for to live a comfortable life. It's not the best idea to do it premature, and then you end up relying on your trading income completely, and then you start taking bad trades because now you're just trying to make money instead of just focusing on the process and just trading the right way, supplementing your income. I'm telling you, if you hold on to that job for a little more, excuse me, for a while, and you continue to build on your trading income, you continue to stack up some savings, then you can feel a lot more comfortable if you're trying to quit your job. But that's why I always say, don't focus on the money, guys. Don't focus on the money. Just focus on the trading. The money is the byproduct of your process, of your discipline. I say that all the time. But just focus on that. Focus on continuously making good gains. Don't focus on the amount. Because the way I look at it, like you guys do see, obviously you see on social media, you see other people making thousands every day or 10K, 20K a day. When that took that person a long time to get to. Right? So the way I look at it, man, if you're making, it doesn't even matter the number. Let's just use an example. Let's say you have a day job. Let's say you're making 5K a month or whatever that looks like. Can you imagine if you're able to supplement an extra $1,000 a month on top of that you don't even have budgeted into your budget? Think about that. Like, you could go from that $5,000 to an extra $1,000 a month, and now you can start saving or investing in long-term stocks or doing other things, spending it on something that you might have wanted for a long time or helping out your family. And then you just slowly start building that. Like, you don't even have to look at that trading income. Like, you've already budgeted your normal job income, right? Hopefully, for your expenses, for what you have to pay for, for your spending money, all that stuff, for your savings. Imagine just making an extra $500 on top of that, or an extra $1,000 a month on top of that. Like, it might not seem like a lot right now, but that changes a lot of things. That changes a lot, I'm telling you. And then you just continue to try to compound on that and start making more and more and more. Right? And by that time, in a year or 2 years, let's say, maybe you're doubling your income per month. And maybe now you're ready to quit your job. Something like that. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Happy early birthday, Angel. Gonna buy yourself a car. That's pretty sick. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Umar, man. Like, I like his videos. I think he's got some good inspirational stuff. He's got some good... I've seen some of his videos, and he talks about good stuff, man. Like, that's so true. A 5 minutes of a good trade is years of dedication, discipline, focus, and emotion. That's huge. You can't come into this market expecting to be rich after the first month. That's not how it works. I'm sorry if that's a wake-up call to you. It's not how it works. You have to put in discipline. Put in the time, put in the work, and keep focusing on working hard, and that's when good things will start to happen without you even thinking about them. Hey, happy birthday as well on the 15th. Nice, that's coming up. That's awesome. Hey, the 14th, that's my girlfriend's birthday as well. I just thought about that. I already got her one gift, but I'm going to get her a few more things. She's taking a little vacation for her birthday, so I'm gonna give her a good chunk of change for that, which I just love to do. I love to be able to do something like that. Just to be able to help the people you love. Like, I'm telling you guys, just stay focused. Stay disciplined. Keep working hard. That's like my main honestly my main motivation is to help people. Obviously, I love to be financially free. I love it. I think it's very beneficial to live in a healthy life. I think it helps a lot, but just being able to help people is my biggest motivation. I go and see her. We see each other like once or twice a month. So I was just out there a few weeks ago, and then I flew to California, and now I'm back in Utah. So I think she'll probably come out here next, so that'll be cool. No, she's got her own thing going, man. She's going to be very successful in what she's doing. She's getting her master's degree. She's going to be a registered dietitian. And she's also a full-time Pilates instructor. So she's very good at what she does, and she won't need trading. I told her every time I talk about trading or business, she's just like, you're literally speaking a foreign language to me right now. I'm like, that's how I feel when you talk to me about science and stuff. Can you try Divara? I got you. By Bahubali. This says by... Look at these shorts starting to step in a little bit. I love music, man. I'm very passionate. That's another thing I'm very passionate about is music, if you guys couldn't tell. I love to play music. I love to listen to music. I think it's good to have some hobbies. Sometimes you do need a little break from trading. You need to, if you can get disciplined at other hobbies, like whether it's the gym or playing music or whatever it is, that will give you so much more discipline in your trading. I've noticed that in my trading career, my discipline in athletics, my discipline in playing music, that directly has affected my discipline in trading. Numa. Is that a song or is it by GPF? Is it by GPF? I think it is. I'll cue it. Alright guys, so again, we come down, we break structure. We form a bearish fair value gap. We still have SMT at the highs. The PA is still bad. Still not going to take a trade. Let's see if... Look at how we're just going to come up and inverse that fair value gap now. Watch. This will destroy your accounts, guys. This will eat your accounts up. If you are trading this right now, I can almost assume that you have either blown an account or your drawdown is creeping closer and closer and closer. This is not high probability, guys. This is not what we want to trade. This is not what you want to trade right now, I'm telling you. If I can tell you anything, is don't trade price action like this if you want to hold on to your profits. Trust me, we have so many good opportunities in this market to trade. One of the biggest lessons you will learn as a trader is how to figure out when the good price action is in there, when the bad price action is in there. Right now, this is the bad price action. During this trade, the one that I called out, this was good price action, right? This one right here was good price action, good follow through, good momentum, respecting levels. Even right here it was choppy, but this was still decent price action. This right here this is not good price action where there's no follow through, there's no expansion, there's no breakouts, we're not respecting any of our levels. This is not good price action. I've got a few of your guys' songs queued up right now. Don't you worry. So we can keep hanging out. I'm cool with just hanging out. I love talking to you guys. I enjoy these sessions a lot. Trust me. Man, you guys are like family for me. Man, we spend a lot of time together. Is this the right song, Deep? All right, perfect. Small cookout. Love a good cookout. Hey, if you don't mind telling us, Angel, what if it's not too personal, what car are you getting? I understand if it's too personal, it's okay. Yeah, Fabio, same. This price action is so slow right now. Ooh, Camaro. Ooh. The ZL1. Oh, that's sick, dude. That's sick. Dude, congrats. That's going to be a fun car to drive. Yeah, Champagne Poppy, this price action right now, I would assume the shorts because of our big SMT. Because of our big SMT at the highs, but right now this is just, I don't even want to take any trades right now. Yeah, those are some clean cars, man. I love that. You made $2 on the short. Hey, there you go. Exactly. Profit is profit. All right, Deep. I like the song, trust me, but it is kind of making me fall asleep because of this price action, so I'm going to skip it. But I'm not skipping it because I don't like it. I do like it. Oh, come on. I know this song. This is kind of what we need, more upbeat. Hey, there you go, Fabio. That's a lot of 25s right there. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm expecting the shorts ultimately probably to step in, but I'm not gonna take any trades right now. This is not good. We already got our win on the day. Obviously, we're in the green. We won. I don't see a point in trading this right now. Yeah, this has got my head bopping. Hey, there you go. 50 bucks. Nice little win there. Nice little win. Now that's my base is going crazy right now. This base is going crazy. If you want to wake up, guys, turn this up at full blast right now. This is just is this a remix or something? That's pretty gnarly. Despacito. I got you. Yeah, my base, my whole desk was just like vibrating right there. Yeah. I don't know what that was. Is that a remix or something that I was playing? Gotta love this PA, guys. Gotta love it. Remember, we got CPI tomorrow. We got presidential campaign. Guys, I'm blanking. I can't think right now. Presidential debate. Wow, that was bad. Presidential debate tonight. So price action is probably going to be pretty choppy. Maybe we'll see one breakout during power hour or something. But again, I don't really trust this market. I don't want to trade it. So what I'm going to do is just hop off here. We're going to call it a day. We've had a great day overall. We were able to make that comeback. I know some of you might have missed the trade call out, but it's okay. Trust me, we have this whole week ahead of us. We're still going to be taking some great trades. All right? Don't get FOMO and force trades just because you missed a call out, right? Keep trading the right way. All right, so no trades during this session. Obviously, we can see why because of this. All right, so again, I'll let you know tonight if I'm going to call it any trades. Depends on how the market's looking later. Hopefully it'll be looking good, and I'll call out a trade to you tonight. If not, we'll be back on in the morning. Remember, if you guys ever have any questions, feel free to shoot them over, DM me, Braden, John, whatever you guys got, or into our questions. We have a support tab down at the bottom of the Discord. So again, we're always here for you. Appreciate you guys so much. Great day today. 11-day win streak. Let's make it 12 tomorrow, all right? Let's keep it going. All right, guys. God bless. Stay safe tonight. I will talk to you later. Of course, guys. Peace.